MLB.com, they put out a power ranking list as far as the spring training is concerned here in 2021 in February. Let me do one thing right out of the gate. Their top five were the Dodgers, the Padres, the Yankees, Braves, and Mets. And then they had a second five. Let me do one thing that is important to do. Let's take it easy on San Diego. I understand, Darvish and Snell and Kim, who they have high hopes for, and now they have good karma and intangibles because of this Tatis contract, and Melanson now, of course, is Mariano Rivera. Let's take it easy of not going too crazy and putting them on a level that they don't quite yet earned. All right, they got swept by the Dodgers in the second round of the playoffs last year, embarrassingly in Game 3. They barely got by St. Louis in the first best-of-3 series. Let's not put them that high where we start to think that San Diego is a 100-win team and they're the second-best team in the sport. I have seen a lot of it in the last 3 weeks. I've seen it with the over-under number all over the place in the mid-90s. I've seen it now in predictions, making them the second-best team in the NL West. I've seen it with this idea that these 19 games against the Dodgers are going to be Armageddon games in the NL this year. Let's take it easy, please. Is this team that good? Can I see a little bit before I'm ready to go out there and say that the Padres are going to win 100 ball games? And I think that you're going to see this with the list. The Padres should not, for instance, be anywhere ranked ahead of Atlanta. That is an insult. And that would bother me if I'm the Braves, if I paid attention to this kind of stuff. The Braves last year came within basically a bloop of getting to a World Series. They gave the Dodgers a tremendous series. San Diego did not. They went very quietly out. Uno, dos, tres. See ya. Gone. The Braves, meanwhile, played a 7-game rugged series where they're up 3-1, and if they ran the bases a little better and, got a clutch hit in any of that Game 7 scenario, they would have gotten to the World Series last year. So if you're going to put anybody ahead of or right behind the Dodgers in the NL, it's got to be the Braves. And you can't put the Yankees 3. That is not fair. The Yankees have to be number 2, and I don't want to hear about New York bias, all right? With that lineup and with those players and with Cole top of the rotation and an American League that is not nearly as good as it was last year, you can't put the Yankees 3rd. So if you're going to do a top 5 right out of the gate, you go Dodgers 1, Yankees 2, Braves 3, Padres 4, and then the Mets 5 if you are so inclined to put the Mets and Padres in your top 5. That is your list. San Diego way too high at number 2. Now, let me ask you a question. They started the best of 7 series right now. Yankees, Padres. Do you think that the Yankees would be favored in Vegas, or do you think the Padres would be favored in Vegas? I understand it's all about betting lines and, and the New York fan base and, them throwing. I get all that, but the Yankees right now, they're a better team than San Diego. Got to be fair. They lost to Tampa last year in a 5th game, 1-0. In an ALDS, and they could have easily won that game. The Yankees, if my money's on the line, I like Cole against anybody the Padres want to throw out there. And I don't want to be too negative on San Diego, but I also want to curtail the optimism. The Yankees right now are the second-best team in the sport as the year begins. Plus the fact you got to look at both leagues. There's not a lot of good teams in the American League. The NL's got some good teams in it. The Mets are good. Braves good. Padres are pretty good. You got some Cardinals improved. You got some good teams in the NL. There's not a lot of good teams in the American League. Tampa lost a ton of guys. The White Sox are still, let me see about the White Sox. The Yankees are the second-best team. Dodgers are 1. Mets, you want to put 5th, go ahead. The other 5 teams that baseball, MLB.com they put the White Sox 6, more on them in a sec. Twins 7, Blue Jays 8, Rays 9, and Astros 10. Number 1, based on culture, based on what the White Sox did at the end of last year, was a total collapse. They lost 7 of 8 to end up as a 7th seed. And I understand Minnesota's not any, world beaters. Minnesota's got to be ranked ahead of the White Sox. And I understand the White Sox, Lance Lynn, and, they employed Hendricks. I get it. They took Hendricks and the Twins took Colomé. But I think the Twins have to be ranked ahead of the White Sox. So I'm going to put the White Sox a little further down in my top 10 list. And I don't want to put the Twins that high at 6 But if you had to put those two teams in the mix, I'll put the Twins ahead of the White Sox. And can we take it easy on Toronto? I mean, who is their second starter? Robbie Ray? You know what? Tanner O'Rourke? Nate Pearson sounds like he's going to start the year in the minor leagues. Ryu, who never pitches, is hurt a lot. Who is their second starter in a big scenario? I mean, I know they got Springer and they can hit and they're fun and all. Can we take it easy on the Blue Jays? And MLB.com's got them as the 8th best team in the sport as we start the year. 8th best team in the sport. That's a little strong, is it not? For a team that was 29-31 last year and got ambushed by the Rays in the first round of the playoffs, were not competitive. Yet I know Springer's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I mean, geez. And I know Kirby Yates, all right. You want to sit there and say it's Goose Gossage? But can we take it easy on this? I tell you, all these trendy teams. So I'm going to put the Blue Jays, if you're asking me, I'm putting them out of my top 10. And I would even put a team like the Cardinals in my top 10. And I'm going to take the Blue Jays out. And I'm going to take it easy on Tampa, too. Tampa in MLB.com is ranked 9th. Now, Tampa played 60 games last year, which helps a team like Tampa because of their short bullpen and the fact that they use them a lot and they can throw them out there every day. They don't get tired. It's only a 2-month season. They got fresh arms every night, but they lost Morton. They obviously lost Snell. Can we take it? Do we think the Blue Jays are going to do this again? Their Vegas rank is 85. I don't think the Blue Jays are going to be that good again. I think they'd be competitive. I think they'd be feisty. But I don't think the Blue Jays are going to go out there and win 93, 94 ball games. So I'm going to put the Blue Jays out of my top 10, too. So if I'm doing this list right now, and this is top of the head, and the list means absolutely nothing in the big picture of the sport, but if I'm doing the list right now, Dodgers are a no-brainer, we know. Yankees, to me, out of the American League, they're by far the best team. I'm going to put them 2. I'm going to put the Braves 3 out of respect. They've been in the playoffs 3 years in a row, almost beat LA last year in the NLCS, and they added a couple of good pitchers to their rotation, and they brought back Ozuna. The Braves deserve to be, if I ask you right now, Braves, Padres in the best of 7, I think you take the Braves. I know I would. I'm going to put them 3. I'll be nice, and I'll put the Padres 4. I could even go a little lower, but I'll put them 4. And I'll be nice. Another team that's got a lot to prove, that's had a lot of, optimism in the last 4 or 5 years and then falls on their face. I'll put the Mets to be nice. I'll put them 5. I'll be nice. I got to see the Mets play with a little pressure on them, with a little something, there's a little expectation level on the Mets. Who knows about a DH? I don't think there'll be a DH at this right second, which will hurt the Mets. I'll put them 5. And I think where it gets interesting is these next 5 teams, because you can basically, put them in a hat and just take one out blindfold, because, after these first 5, the next 5 are very tricky. I don't like to do it because they don't win playoff games, but I'll put the Twins 6. I think that would be fair. You got to put them ahead of the White Sox, who collapsed at the end of last year. And I know La Russa's a good manager, and they've added some parts, but I will put the Twins based on culture. I will put them 6. I will put the... you're tricky here after this. I will put the Cardinals to be different. I'll put the Cardinals 7 because of their corner infield spot. And I got to see Arenado I got to see him play at a Coors Field. But I like the winning scenario of St. Louis. I like 3-4 in the lineup. I'm going to put them 7. I'll put the White Sox 8 because of my confidence in the manager, and he'll figure out what's going on. I'm going to put the Astros 9. And for my 10th team, I will put, and this is going to surprise you, I'll be different, I'm going to put the Brewers 10. I like Yelich in the outfield. They have 2 good starting pitchers. They got 2 good guys in that bullpen. Wong's going to help them at second base. Kane back for the whole year. I'll put the Brewers 10. That was a lot of confidence, but I'll put the Brewers 10. So Brewers 10, Astros 9, White Sox 8, Cardinals 7, Twins 6, and then the Mets, the Padres, the Braves, the Yankees, and the Dodgers.